Boom.
Biddly, 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 but yes, yo. Let me know if the audio is in place. Quick shit vid, we don't mess around, do it. Ain't nobody down round here. Get that badger in and on and over here. Had to move back to get his greatness in. A live reaction to the game that we have just sat through. So 90 minutes, 95 minutes of largely Portsmouth second half. I thought they were far better than us in second half. Obviously puts us, we stay top. That's the one positive to take from it. You know, ultimately you take it what we've got, you know. Goal difference, some Groundhog Day says arse ripper, all credit to their keeper. Think that goal difference will come in handy on last day, says Joe Depp. Yeah. I mean, I did think they were better in second half than us. It's the first time I've said that in a very long time, that I thought they were more about it. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, if the boys aren't quite bang at it. I think that's 2 games on the bounce where we've not been bang at it now at this point. A definite penalty that we've had. The tackle on Dan James is 100% a penalty. Piroe, 2 massive chances. I thought the first one is a difficult chance to take, to be fair, but you know, I think he's got to put it in. Second one's a big, massive miss. You know, blazes it over the top. Brilliant bit of work from Solomon, to be fair, in first place. I can't remember who put him through. Who put Solomon through. I think, it's D James, isn't it? Yeah, really nice and composed out wide. Cuts it across to Solomon, beats keeper, does well. Solomon, a bit unlucky not to get a shot off, really. It's because of how the ball comes across. It sort of gets stuck in his feet before he takes his touch. And then couldn't get it out of his feet. Twitter's going to go off, isn't it? I'll do a video tonight, I reckon, about tweets. I might go live. I might just do a pre-recorded one where we just go live, you know, have a bit of a laugh about the meltdown. Aaronson's going to be to blame. We're going to be discussing, you know, whether or not are we the best team in the league. Somebody commented just as we were going towards end of game there, we're the best team in the league. I still think we're obviously the best team in the league. I'm glad we've got a game on Wednesday just to get over it. Meltdown time yet again, says Tony, which is a brilliant name. Forget promotion, says Dave. I'm not about that. Pompey wanted it more. End of hard work doesn't beat talent unless talent doesn't work hard enough. A full week to prepare, says Arse Ripper. Sometimes it doesn't help you, does it? We were on about that, you know, potentially after the, I don't think it was a shit show against West Brom, just a bit of a poor game. They're a decent side. Portsmouth are in decent form. I need to watch the goal back, you know, because I think they're all at it. I think they're all at it. I thought Stewart was poor for it. I thought Rodon was poor for it. And Mez is indecisive. And then he sort of comes out and just sort of flaps it a little bit, doesn't he? The only team that can stop us winning the league this season is us. Yeah. Should have had a penalty. Piroe should have had one. Certainly should have had one. That puts you 2-0, doesn't it? It's obviously a completely different game if Piroe takes one of them chances. Struggled to create much in second half. Thought they were much better. Big tackle on Mez. Should have been a bookable offence, in my opinion. But I'm glad, as I say, that Wednesday's a game. Millwall straight back into it now makes that massive. Obviously, we are still top on goal difference. Sheffield hunting us down. Dogs, you know, and now we're back into that. If Sheffield had the 2 points and all that stuff, that everybody will start flirting around with that. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bastard. Dave says the team was shite and their passing was terrible. Tanaka didn't do fuck all today. Disappointed in him. I thought Tanaka were poor. Rodon lost the plot, didn't get goal side. I thought Rodon were poor for the goal, to be fair. And then he was moaning before Mez had even come out. It's like, I do think he's pretty quick to whinge. Too many had a day off, but what the fuck is with the early kickoffs? No coincidence for me. Mentally ill prepared. I don't know if we're ill prepared for games. To be fair, I think they will be doing their due diligence or whatever the word would be. Robot Wheeler says Mez wasn't dreadful. He played well besides a goal. The other 10 didn't get into the game at all. Well, I would have to argue that wouldn't that be the idea, Jack? I don't want to go back over the shit talk from earlier. Going to lay myself in a hole till Wednesday. Can't handle this meltdown. Yeah, it's gonna come thick and fast. But I'm just gonna enjoy the ride of it, because I actually think I still think we're going up as champions. I think we was gonna have a blip. We've discussed this for quite some time, that we're not gonna win every single game to end the season. I'd have started Rothwell. Millwall, what have we got here? Millwall at home on Wednesday, then QPR away. Obviously, everybody's making a big thing of QPR away. Swansea at home before end of this month. Really now we need 9 points out of that, don't we? The loss wasn't on my scheduled list. I thought, potentially if you can pick up 7 points out of each 9 available for the rest of the season, you'd take it and we'd go up flying there. But I think, this is a blip. We need to bounce back on Wednesday. Millwall will be up for it. It'll be a good game. We're at home. I can't see us losing to Millwall. And the idea that they bring any fans is a little fucking woof, because every time I've seen them at Ellen Road, they've been shit atmosphere. They don't bring notes. So it's a big game. Portsmouth ultimately have secured their freedom there. I don't like saying free hits in football when you're on the receiving end of a free hit, but I'll say it about them, because you could argue that they've got no really to lose. We're the team in fine form, aren't we, in the league in general. Lance says Pompey made it hard for us. I thought they were good. Yeah, I thought second half they were significantly better than us. I thought they pressed really well in first half. A lot of people were hoping that they'd fall off a little bit. They'd lack a bit of energy come second half or as the game progresses, but that didn't materialise, in fairness. Alan Ross says, Jack, do you think it was a bad day, or do you think we are not going on? I just thought they were decent. I think this is going to happen in the Championship. Do you know what I mean? You never know where these games are coming from, and you think you're getting points. I mean, I will say, somebody commented on the live, on the watch along, that we beat Sheffield, we beat Sunderland. We did this last season, didn't we? We beat them. We beat the big teams, and then we came up a cropper. We beat Sunderland this year. We should have beat Sunderland again, to be fair, but if it weren't for the craziness that happened with Mez. But again, 4 points out of Sunderland, you'd take. I said the other week that we can't keep relying on trying to put the last 10 minutes, throwing everybody on off at bench and keep making it happen. We are the second leading goal contributors from our substitutions. So this idea that Farke's subs don't work is a lot of woof, isn't it? We've got 20. There's only Sheffield Wednesday with more, with 23 goals or contributions like assists or goals. So we are second in the league for that. But you can't keep relying on that. I'd have had Rothwell on from the start, to be honest. You can't keep relying on Rothwell delivering a decent ball. I knew there'd be another chance, which there was. End at game, Byron wins an header from corner. It's a good save. Their keeper had a decent game, to be fair. Mez made a couple of decent saves. It's not really, saves that he should make, in all fairness. Too many fans been getting ahead of themselves over the past few weeks. Top 3 all pushing hard, and 5 points is fuck all with the amount of games still to come. Now the gap has disappeared. The gap will be reborn, though. Fuck the bus, do not worry. Facky fucker the bus. But I don't know if we were woeful, John. We certainly wasn't at our scintillating best, were we? In the second half, I thought they were much more up for it, Portsmouth. Thought they were all about it. Roughed us up a little bit. We struggled to get any sort of momentum. Really quite a scrappy game, wasn't it? Quite frantic in first half, and then continued to be in second half. Ball in air a lot. Bit of a Sunday league game, really. We're, all over the shop. Farke will lift up for Wednesday and play today. We can't win them all. We're not going to win out every game, are we? But I thought Tanaka were poor today. Got caught in possession a little bit. We weren't good though, John. I know what you're saying. I know you're not being a crazy fan. We definitely weren't good. There's going to be an onslaught. There's a shitstorm coming my way as well, so which I'll have to just take on chin. I'm up for it. It's part of the parcel. It's part of why success in football is, one, so difficult, and two, so enjoyable, isn't it? You know, as much as we struggled, we still had chances to win the game. Exactly, Mark. That would have literally been one of them games where you're like, we want at our best, but you know, we still, you just know we're going to create chances. With our goal difference, it's obviously we're never going to be in a scenario where we don't create chances. We're excellent, you know, chances created. It's just one of them days we knew we'd have a few of them. I was hopeful that we'd be able to nick a point, grab a point. Firpo had a big chance. I actually thought he struck it too well, but to be fair, it's a decent save, and he doesn't hit it quite as well as I thought. I thought he'd driven it a little bit more than he did, because sometimes when you're that close to keeper, if you're hitting it, you know, if you're striking it quite firmly, keeper don't really, you're too close. You're better off scuffing it a little bit, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank style. Used to always scuff them in, did Hasselbank. Best way to do it, and nobody knows where it's going. Hasselbank was obviously, you know, tremendous player. But that was the type of game that it'd be, you know, Firpo takes a few deflections, then it bouncing about a little bit, and then yeah. Chris Gill says missing so many sitters is asking for it. All in all, we didn't turn up. Yeah, the Piroe one's a sitter. I don't think there was any other sitters, to be fair. The Piroe one is a bit of a sitter. The second one just blazes it over. It's just, you know, real lack of composure, which, to be fair to Perisley, it's very rare you say that. And he was livid with that second one. You could see how pissed off he was. Yeah, the penalty was a big moment, but you know, I'm not going to go down the route of blaming ref. I thought the ref was shit, but it's not the refs. But I don't like blaming refs, as we all know. It's pointless. It was a bit shit. I thought he'd lost his mind a bit towards the end of the game. He was giving fouls all over the shop. Thought Murphy were excellent for them. I really did. He had a brilliant effort as well. He came off at post. He was putting some awesome balls in. Thought he got at Bogle quite a lot, to be honest, defensively. I don't know whether that's potentially why Farke brought Bogle off. I mean, I wouldn't have done that really in a sense, but I know he sort of changed the formation a little bit. I'd have to watch that back how that went, because I got a bit radgy and I was just sort of like, you know, just waiting for a chance to turn up. So I don't really know structurally what we did. Don't know whether he went. Byram seemed to reference that they're going 3 at back, so I don't know if anybody sort of was more on the ball than me with that. I don't know really what happened. It seemed to get really messy. Ramazani sort of came more central, and then Nonto was sort of like, were he like playing a bit of a wing back? He was really deep at times. I don't like us when we do that, in fairness. I understand you've got to make big changes. Well, I don't think you do have to make big changes, really. And I'm not backing Farke here, to be fair, because, you know, but I just think when there's a lot of attackers on the pitch, it's people start getting in the way, and then Rothwell can't really operate the way that he wants to and stuff. I don't know. He seemed quite stoic, says John, taking defeat on chin. Yeah, well, it's just one of them things. Respect to my brother as well. Legendary MVG, the man, the myth, the legendary MVG. Just testing, none of my messages from half time and here seem to be showing. Weird. Certainly don't want that, dude. But thank you for the super chat, man. You're an absolute legend, man. Smash that like, says John B. I'd appreciate the like, boys. It certainly helps the channel grow and whatnot. So if you could smash a like for us, it's much appreciated. Once again, legendary MVG. I'll write down for shout out for my next shit vid. Legendary, even though it comes as standard, doesn't it? Legendary MVG, my guy. Piroe's finishing today was diabolical. Long balls they played opened us up every time. I've said from start of the season that I know Rodon and Struick have been good, very good this season overall, but I've said from start of the season that they struggle when that number 10 came on and they were just putting it about them a bit. They struggle with a big nuisance up top. I I think you can bully Road on a little bit at centre back, particularly in air. I don't like the moaning. I thought he were moaning before it even gone in for goal. It's just like I can't stand moaning, even though when I were a kid I was a bit of a moaner myself, but I was immature. But I think as a grown man, stop the moaning. Stop the moaning, mate. Portsmouth were 17th in league and made us look ordinary today. Well, they were 17th in league, but to be fair, they've been in pretty decent form. The thing is about the league, they're now 10 points clear at drop, and then a few months ago they were dog shit. They were looking like they were going to go down. So that just is shit as shit does in this league. You go on a bit of a run, and then they suddenly look like they played as though they played better than West Brom, didn't they? Seemed like a better team than West Brom. This is what happens to teams in form, or teams. Any team in this league can put a few victories together and they look like a totally different side. So as much as the league position is obviously important, recent form, I do think once you get on a bit of a run like we have also been on, it's a bit of a reality check as well, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. This sounds insane, but I actually said about the West Brom game, which is crazy, but sometimes that's a decent point. That's why we needed to hold on to the point, i.e. not all losers' marbles about it. It's a decent point. It's not a reality check, that one. You'd have taken that point in reality. People were happy with that point at the start of the season. Whereas this one, this is a big loss, really. It's we need to bounce back from this. But my point was going to be, if you get beat to West Brom, you come into this game needing to bounce back. Like, no messing about. We're still top at league, says 101. Elijah, lazy, all of them. It was a disgusting level of effort. I don't think it was disgusting. I just think it's hard to get once the team really sort of envelopes the self and closes you down and sorts the way out, sorts the means to the ends out. I think it's hard to get footholds in game. We couldn't really get the ball down for long periods. We struggled to create any sort of pressure. Notes changed, still in our hands. Not one player did themselves justice today. Even Tanaka was poor, terrible all around. One thing I would say, to be fair, I struggled to look around the side and find any player that I thought played really well. Do you know what I mean? There's little. The thing is, we've got quality where players can just pop up and do something, like when Firpo bursts through and stuff. You got Dan James that won't really bang at it, but it's also hard to be bang at it when the other team. We're sort of relying on individuals a little bit when in the game. It was such a scrappy game that you're just relying on individual moments, really, which is what they had. They sort of created that. Somebody put in the live watch along that it was like a cup game. It felt like a cup game, which I think is a good shout, really. I'm gonna write that down, boys. I think it did feel like a cup game. It had that like bit of edge to it, like we were the big side coming to go get the 3 pot, or to go get the cup victory, and then Portsmouth were there to sort of upset it while being extremely competitive, because they were extremely competitive for the full 90 minutes, and there was the better side in the second half. They deserved the result ultimately. I mean, as we've said, it could have been very different, possibly should have been. Portsmouth were well up for it today. Leeds were their cup final. We're going to get that out. We come at the end of the season, but they had both. They had both things online, really. It's their cup final, bit of a free hit for them if they get beat 2-0. Nobody really cares on Portsmouth's behalf. They've had a good run, and we just carry on the winning streak that we're on. So there's that element. They're trying to get out of totally pull away from relegation, and this is a game that you potentially think that they're not going to get 3 points from it. They'd have been happy with the draw themselves, wouldn't they? So that's a wild take, Elijah. I don't think you dock wages to these lads at the moment for losing a game. We need 2 wins in the next 2 games before the international break. I agree. And it's 2 winnable games, Millwall and QPR. QPR away, everybody's making a big thing of it. I don't think it'll be. I don't think it has any bearing, truth be told. We're missing a killer centre forward. It's funny you should say that, Marina Alter developments. We do have one, don't we? You know, he's the leading goal scorer in the league with 15. He wasn't clinical today. That simply must be said. He wasn't, but great. I'm really happy for you, Andy, that KG agrees with you. If KG agrees with you, then you must be right. Because if KG says it, then it's right, isn't it? Hindsight's one of the easiest things in the world as well, isn't it? To be like, you know. So, can you please answer, which you never got round to the answer of, who can we ask KG who goes in the 10? And then at least then we know who goes into the 10. I mean, you'll have to watch him for me because I don't watch him, but do let me know who goes in the 10. KG's spoken. That's what I mean. It's like, that's fine. It's a perfectly fine opinion. Totally fine with you not wanting Aaronson in there. Ramazani, did you watch the game? He did come on, Ramazani, and I wanted him on myself, and he didn't do a great deal. Ramazani in the 10. I was bang up for Ramazani in the 10 months ago. I don't think it works. I don't think it'd work. So it's a very difficult game. Games like that when the ball's everywhere, bouncing, bobbling up in air. It's like I don't really know what Aaronson can do about it. Do I think Aaronson's the best number 10 in the world? No. Do I think it's the hardest position on the pitch? Possibly. Either that or up top. I think it's the most difficult position. I think it's probably the 10 role that's the hardest place. Constantly asked to perform, constantly asked to, every time he's on the ball, to not be wasteful, constantly asked to provide assists, get goals. It was very ineffective, not really in the game, much like the rest of the team. But for some reason, if Ramazani starts in the 10 role today, we get the penalty. Piroe puts both his chances in and we win 3-0 and we all go home happy because Ramazani's in the 10. It's fucking bollocks. It's utter shit talk. It's just the easiest way is go, it's Farker. It's that 10 role. He will not drop Aaronson. And if only he'd drop Aaronson, we win these games. Yes, I'm aware we've been on a 17-game run and we've been absolutely scintillating and sensational, beating teams 7-0, 4-0 and lot, pulling games out of the bag, winning it last minute. That's all been brilliant to watch, hasn't it? Yeah, I've loved that. But we turn up and Aaronson hasn't been right good. So get Ramazani in 10 and then we win that game. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Ramazani in the 10, win the game, 3-0. And then we don't need my fucking analysis, my amazing analysis, because we won the game 3-0. Because fucking Farker, fucking sullen, fucking angry, fucking Farker, miserable, fucking stubborn Farker won't drop Aaronson. That's why we didn't win that game today. All right, mate. Yeah, suppose. Yeah, nice one. Bang up for it. Can I ask why do we continue for 96 minutes to try and play out from the back? Portsmouth form on press quarters all the time. Well, the thing is, we were playing out front back and then pumping it forward. So it wasn't on, were it? We wasn't effectively playing out from the back. It wasn't working. We're just lumping it forward. It was a very, very bitty game. Lackluster performance, poor finishing, shocking rest, still in our hands at home, Millwall a gash. Clambering for changes from the bench. Subs that came in could barely make a pass. You need Aaronson to cover for the striker and Solomon not chasing and closing down. That makes very little sense to me, that. Sorry, but Grovy's not the one. Love you, bro. No biggie. Everyone were good. Goalkeeper's not hardest position on pitch, Andy. Behave yourself. Pompey wanted chaos ball and they succeeded. They were set up well and gave it all for the whole time. Leeds didn't rise to the occasion. We couldn't get going. We couldn't get any sort of handling game. Yep. Still second, mate. Mezzi's crap, but at some point it no longer. It's some overachieving. Oh, that's what I mean. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it all. I think I'm just gonna be like, I know, Nick. Don't worry, dude. Honestly, it's a blip in the road. We're gonna lose a game to end the season. This has ended up being the game that we lose. We'll go on another run, 5 or 6 games now, unbeaten. I think we'll draw one, but hopefully it's after that. We need 9 points before international break now, and then a point in and around after that. Another little bitty game, and then we can afford to lose a game come towards end of the season. I still think, I know everybody bangs on about Sheffield and Burnley because nobody seems to watch Leeds and realise that, I know people saying that we're overachieving, which is funny. I'm genuinely, I'm going to do a video and I'll flick through some Twitter comments because Twitter's going to be on absolute fire. And I normally stay away from it, but we've been so good that I feel like I'm in position to, I feel like I'm in good stead to just laugh at some of the comments and some of the craziness. Because it is going to be, it's going to get wild, isn't it? QPR and Millwall. Millwall already beat us twice this season. QPR beat us 4-0 last season. I'm not bothered about that 4-0 at all, Matt. And Millwall, I'm not counting the cup game that were a bag of shit. So we didn't get lucky against Sunderland and Sheffield, etc. No. Did you watch the games, dude? I don't understand. What do you mean lucky? You didn't say lucky either. You said overachieving. They're two different things. Can we agree? I know they're different words as well, which normally means when, so if you say one word and then a totally different word, they normally mean two different things. Not in every single case. You could argue excellent and fantastic, although they are two different words. They might potentially be, you could argue they're the same word. But when you say overachieving and then lucky, they're two very different things. I think we can all agree. So unfortunately, I think you're struggling, mate. I don't think we're overachieving. We're top at league. I mean, unless that is an overachievement in and of itself, we're top at league. You take it. We had our chances. They were the better side in the second half, but we still had plenty of chances to win the game. Piroe, big miss. Should have had a penalty, but I'm not bothered about the penalty. I am bothered about the penalty, but I'm not bothered about it in a sense. If you could smash a like for us, guys, it really does help. We've got 108 people in the room, but only 39 likes. So if we could get them likes up, boys, it proper does help. So, yes, keep smashing them likes. Get to 20 likes if we can. It's higher than 20, but I would appreciate it if you could all like the... Don't use rhetorics, mate. Just because you have the last word doesn't make you right. What? Shago. Do you want me to be silent when you comment and then so that I don't have the last word? Would you ever eat humble pie? It doesn't exist, mate. I've tried to buy it before, but I've been in shop. I'm not really a pie man either. I don't really like pies. Hence that's why my body's a temple, mate. That's why my figure's elite. Their crowd was insane. Best I've heard all season. Give the give them credit for it. Yeah, the crowd pulled them through. The last 10 minutes, the crowd were going absolutely berserk, weren't they, to be fair? They were bang up for it. Tarmush, it's a really interesting profile picture you've got going on. Imagine if we lose to Millwall, the meltdown will be epic. A loss to Millwall is not on the to-do list. We cannot. This game, the bounce back is enormous now. 10-game season. Now got to get back to winning ways starting Wednesday. Agreed. 10 big games. 30 points to bite at. If you get 26, we'll go up. If you get 20, it's going to be touch and go. We won't lose to Millwall, I agree. I'm here to make friends out of Matthew Law. That's how it goes. Shit is as shit does. It's ball bag anonymous, though. They pop up out of nowhere, do you know what I mean? When they put the GIMP suit on, the GIMP mask on, and then they come out. They come out at woodwork. They're like fucking cockroaches. They come out at woodwork when, you know, you rock something like that. Like, I don't know, Pompey's ground. You lose 1-0, and then they come out at woodwork and they start, you know, being a loser, really. It's such an interesting like mindset in it to wait till we get beat and then to come out and love it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hello. It's like, go home, man. Enjoy football. Like, I don't bother. Legendary MVG, thank you, dude. You are the West Coast warlord, gifting out the memberships. I proper appreciate you, man. You're a legend. Ballbag Anonymous, you can't beat them. 113 in the chat, boys. If you could all smash a like, it really helps. Only got 54 likes. If we get them likes up to 100, it'd be absolutely legendary. MVG, legendary. So I do like the video for me, guys. It'd be appreciated. Even you suck if you're still here. And you suck. Just to let you know. And I hate to have the final word. I know I'm not allowed to do that. And I'm not allowed to have the last word, but, you know. On to Wednesday, boys. Twitter's going to be off the handle. I'm going to go. Shall I go live later with the Twitter, or shall I just do a quick shit vid? I might do a quick shit vid. Poor result is what it is. I think that a lot is decided in the dressing room. Personality, strength, and guts decide who the winners are. You know, the big mouths are always losers. I do, Richie. They don't. I can, from the bottom of my heart, say it don't bother me one bit. I find it quite funny. You know, probably sat on shitter with dick in hand, ignoring his mum. You know, it's not a, you know. It's crazy. 2 more games in 6 days. I'm buzzing that we're straight back on horse. 2 big games. Boys will bounce back. To be fair as well to Facky Fucker, after most losses, we have predominantly bounced back. So, Nick, absolute legend. Thank you, man, for the super chat. Get your centre beer, mate, and on for Wednesday. Love it, mate. Yeah, I'll be out Wednesday. Thick game. Yes, gloves are off, sweet science. What's good, brother? Likes are on 67, boys. Let's get these likes up to 100. Are you a troll? Probably, Andy, to be fair. I'd say so, yeah. You try to get the rise out of me. I wonder what is behind the GIMP mask. Hey. First league loss in nearly 4 months was going to happen. Move on to Wednesday. Forget about this one. Agreed, mate. Leeds need to get back on the saddle. That's all we need to do, boys. And I still, my only, you know, if we're going to talk about Farke's rotation skills that everybody wants to talk about, and I appreciate I'm not the oracle, unlike others, but I would I'm crying out to just stick with Rothwell in middle, Rothwell and Tanaka. I thought Tanaka was poor today, to be fair, but you can make that Gruev change as see how the game progresses. I just don't think Rothwell's a liability on the ball, or off the ball, rather. I think he's brilliant on the ball, but I don't think he's a liability off of it. So I don't think we need to be in panic stations, really, with it. I think it's... to be fair, I mean, I'm always up for that in general, but I think we actually said, I said this after the West Brom game, we've got a little bit, we all, including me, we all got a little bit ahead of ourselves, going for points tally and all this stuff. It's like, just settle down. It's so hard to go unbeaten for as long as we did. The important bit now is to not capitulate in it and crack and buckle, obviously. Straight into Wednesday. It's a huge game. Get the Badger up top, yeah. That's all it needs, mate. Where would you rather be? Sheffield, I'd never rather be there. Burnley or us at this point of the season. Us, 100%. Get tons of goals. We'll create loads of chances on Wednesday. It could be a romp. Bocca, what front four do you want for Millwall? Unfortunately, I don't think we have another 10. So I would like some rotation in there ultimately. The reason why he doesn't is because we don't have another 10. And I'm increasingly going off the idea of trying Ramazani in there. Every time Nonto comes on centrally, he's not quite done it. I mean, Nonto's not had the best season of his career. So I think we'll have to stick with the front four that we've done. And I think they'll come good again. I don't think it's a come good thing, really. They've been excellent. It's really hard to the type of games that are being created against us. People who say, "Oh, the low block was the way that we were losing games," like, "Oh, struggled to break the low block down." Well, teams are coming out now and they're saying, "Oh, well, we're struggling to do it mid block." It's like, do you just say that every time you get stuck into a bit of a championship game? It's such a competitive league. It doesn't matter where these teams are situated. It's so hard. I'm talking rotating at starting lineup, not reiterate subs in play. It's a form thing and fatigue issue. What form? The unbelievable form that we're in. That form. The sensational, scintillating form that we've been on. Unbeaten in months and months and months. Winning dummy games, 7-0s, 4-0s against top sides. Pulling games back when we're 1-0 down, going 2-1 up. That form, is that the form that you want to rotate? Or is it just because we lost a game, so now it's Farke's fault? They do indeed. Yes, Joe, what you saying? It's going down, isn't it, big lad? It's about to go down. I didn't realise you played left back for Pompey though, big lad. It's a good result for you, that, isn't it? Ed's gone like I'm treating it this week, man. Joe is enormous in it. It's literally going to be. There's a shit storm coming if it doesn't happen. If we don't beat Millwall, Twitter is going to be wild, isn't it? I'm going to enjoy it today. I was just saying, I'm going to actually enjoy it on Twitter today. I'm going to go on tonight and I'm going to do a little video on it and I'm going to go through the comments and have a bit of a laugh with it. I'm going to enjoy it because I'm ready. I'm willing. We had this. It was on the writing was on the wall. I was going to lose a game. And I cannot be asked for international break now, particularly. You wanted to go into that unbeaten, didn't we, on this run? Because that would have been, that's what you. Well, nature at beast. We've got the goat in the room. You got to respect the goat, haven't you? Joe had a good game. Did you? Yeah, didn't notice. You'll have been happy with your performance. I thought you played quite well from that left back role, to be fair, Joe. going to be crazy. It's going to be... I'm sure Joe's been positive today, though. We could have won the game, so it was just one of them. We knew we were going to lose a couple of games. Joe's the GOAT. He is. Greatest to have ever done it. Which is not what GOAT stands for. GOAT stands for greatest of all time, but, you know, still, it works. Now it's changed, still in our hands. It's always been a roller coaster with Leeds, and our recent form has made folk forget that. Ups and downs, remember. Oh, it's on. It's going to go down. Right, boys. If you could smash a like for us. I tried to get the video to 100 likes, but I don't want to be going live for too long today, even though I've got the most in the room that I've had for donks. But I don't want to bore everybody to tears because I've said everything that I need to say about the game. Felt like a cup game. They were bitty, bitey. Had plenty about them. Ups and downs, swings and roundabouts. Smash the likes as they go. Get them likes in, boys. I've had loads in room, but I don't ask for likes enough. Joe tells me off every time. He says, you got to ask for likes so you don't get them. But it's my self-promotion's horrendous, as he will justify. I can't even, to be honest, that was that much of a mental season. I can't even, we were discussing that on Thursday, to be fair. This team won't make top 2. Get in there, John. John loves it. Cheers, Richie boy. Get them likes banged in. We're on 82. I'm going to try and get to 100 and then I'll bounce. Get them likes in, boys. Get the likes in. I'll even type it out. Let's get to 100 likes, then I'll do one, which is sort of like, you know, counterproductive because I'm asking you to like so that I leave the live. What makes you think that, John, just out of interest? Do we dare dream of 100 likes? We won't get to 100 likes. I'm only kidding. They had a lot of it. They were decent. Like the video, says Richie boy. We've got 2 minutes and I'm off, boys. Cup game, felt like. Shout out to Legendary MVG for the super chats and the gifting out membership. Shout out to Nick Percival for the super chat. I'll write that down as well. You will get your shout outs in the in my next ship vid. Oh, don't start, Joe, with the January transfer market. The 10's massive in it, you know, because I've had loads of comments today about the 10, obviously, as you'd expect. But we are at that point now where Aaronson needs a bit of help. And I don't. It's not an Aaronson problem. It's like when the games are as they've been, as it was today, a bitty, horrible game, like a bit shit. I don't know. It needs something different, doesn't it? And we don't have that different. We don't have that turn in the 10. Piroe can go in there, in the 10, but again, we don't want it from the start, do we? Like we were speaking about other day. Don't start me off, Joe. I said as a joke today in my live, but I mean it. Tanaka can't play in the 10, Sly. Honestly, I don't think he can. Bamford, if we can get him back before end of season, I ain't even joking. There'll be a big moment for him. And why not? Why not? Why people don't want him back in the fray is crazy. It's like cutting your nose off to spite your face. He's there. Use him for whatever we can get out of him. Like if he gets a goal or switches it up, it's a totally different look inside that we could have done today with a player like Bamford coming off at bench. Big lad. Occupies defenders. He's got a bit about him. Misses odd chance. Misses odd city, you know, which everybody loves. Yes, John B. We got it to 90. 90 will do, boys. Bamford will be a game changer. I'm gonna start the lead get Bamford back. Yes, MVG. Tanaka cannot play in the 10, Sly. It's not an option. Thanks for the live stream, Jack, and 3 points against Millwall incoming. Take care and stay safe. Thank you, dude. I'm looking forward to watching Joe's match reaction, to be fair. I don't know where he'll be at with it. Fluke. I don't think they were a fluke, to be fair. I thought Portsmouth were pretty good value. I thought they were far better than us in second half and deserved result, which is very, very rare. I've said that about this side, so it just is what it is. Exactly. If we need, in a game like that today, say if he comes on and gets the goal, I don't give a shit how much he gets paid. I love Bamford, mate, and I'm back on that train. We need him back now more than ever. Right, guys, I'm going to jump. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to do one. I don't know whether to go live tonight or just to. I'll just do a quick shit vid. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna flick through Twitter. I'm gonna do my very, very best to stay positive and have a laugh about the meltdown that is about to ensue. It normally pisses me off a lot more, but we've been on such a good run. I deserve this. It's like, you've just got to take this on chin and be like, here we go. Shit is as shit does. Eggs is eggs. He were back in training, John B. Bring back Jack Aaronson as well, says Richie Boy. Augustine. Get them all in. All guard. Get Ayling back in as well. Right, guys, I'm off skis. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Cheers for the likes and the super chat. Shout out to Legendary MVG, Nick Percival. You're all awesome, though. Take it easy, boys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all soon.
Boom.